Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is September 1st, 2024. It is a Sunday. We got a couple folks out there watching. Wait for the folks to join in. Tonight's coffee is pistachio cream from New England brand. Hey, Laurel. She says, looks good, sounds good. Not so bright, is it? I think the last show you said, hey, is it sun coming in? No, not at 8 o'clock at night. My Streamlabs had updated, and for some reason, the camera was bumped up 2 stops. Right, should be normal colors now. Should be able to see some shadows. It's not as bright. I brought it down to 0. Should be 0 camera settings, which is optimal. I let the camera decide how it wants to go. But my Streamlabs setting went up 2 stops. Like, holy crap. I looked at the show and I was like, wow, yeah, it was kind of bright. It was kind of bright. I should have some color in my skin now, right? Before it was like all washed out. Let folks join. Hey. My finger's hurt. I've been playing the guitar a lot in the last few days. I've been needing it. So my fingers kind of hurt. I'd gone, I guess, a week. I think I've been at least a week where I'd only pick up the guitar once every couple days. And I'd play it for a little bit. But y'all know me. Usually I pick it up every day and I play it, 3-4 times a day. So my fingers had tendered up just a little bit. So that's that. Another thing, I'm waiting for people to join in. You notice something here. It's my left hand. Notice anything different about it? It's my left hand. Anything different about that hand, Laurel? See if folks can figure that out. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Says, where's your ring? No shit. Where's my fucking ring? I was out the property in Vermont and I was doing well work. And when my hands get cooler, my fingers shrink just a little bit. Guess where my ring is? It's at the bottom of a well. So I got a metal detector. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. I just need to get it. I couldn't reach in and get it, and I didn't have a light with me because I didn't need a light. Wasn't expecting to look at anything. I know where it is. It's in the well. So I got an extra long grabby thing. It's those things that little plunger thing you press in it, and then it's got that like metal things at the end, the grabby thingies. I got one of them coming tomorrow, long one. It's over 70 inches. I'm gonna drive back to Vermont. Go back to my well, take the cover off my well again, big cement cover, shine the flashlight in there, and I'm going to get my ring back, damn it. Could be like Gollum, my precious. Oh, I was pissed. But I got Flo to the house. gravity feed still ain't working. But when I push water up through, hey, Orion, welcome to the show. When I push water up through the line, it makes it to the house. There's no obstruction, so it's like that's good. Yeah, it does. I keep playing with it. I keep playing with my finger because it feels like something ain't right. So I keep playing with it because I'm used to fiddling with my ring. It ain't there. It's weird. It's weird. But the missus is fine. One way or the other. She's like, we'll get another ring. Or it's like, no, I can. For under $14, I can get one of those grabby thingies, and we'll drive back there and we'll get the ring. But we were happy that it's like, oh, that was great. We only spent the morning there. Brought lunch and stuff, didn't have to eat. Got home, we were hungry as hell. Because again, it's a 2-hour drive. But yeah, it's like flows to the house good. Trickles to a venereal diseased penis. That's like when after it slows down. So I'm not getting good gravity feed. But what I figure, I got to replace all the pipes. That'll hopefully be done this next week. Replace all the pipes downstairs because they split. 2 winters without anyone there. Got split pipes. So I'll replace all those. And I figure once I get I'll go back on up with when the plumber's up there, and I'll push water back in again. And as soon as the water starts flowing, I'll have him turn off the overflow and kick in the pump for the house, because the house has a pump. That should be more than enough to keep that water flowing, because it'll suck it up then. So we'll be good. So I didn't mind losing the ring so much. It's like, shit. The important thing was to get the water flowing to the house, and it's not flowing, but it's flowing, but it ain't flowing. If you know what that means. It flows when it's pumped. So if it can flow when it's pumped, it can flow when it's sucked. And the house pump's got a good bit of suction on it, so we'll be good. So we're going to design the whole pipe system down there so we can have a valve before, valve after. Open it up and it'll go into suck into the house. Or shut off to the pump. So that's three. Open the other two. Flow the water in to the overflow. Into the overflow tank. Well, overflow tank. It's a 50-gallon rubber trash barrel. That holds 50 gallons of water. And as soon as it starts getting into the overflow, shut it off, open it up to the pump, turn the pump on, we'll be good to go. And then from the pump out to the main line, and then up into the hot and cold. A couple shut-offs there, too. So, got a lot of shut-offs. I think it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 5 or 6. We're going to get 5 or 6 shut-off valves. So it ain't going to be cheap. It ain't going to be cheap. But it'll work. Valves that I wouldn't need if you're on city water. You don't need that. You just one major shut-off valve. But being that there might be flow issues, you need to be able to account for that. Where is everybody? Where's everybody? I'm just doing house cleaning right here. What's everybody been up to? I've been playing my guitar. Mrs. had the weekend off. She got Monday off. Tomorrow. Happy Labor Day. Fucking communist holiday. Laurel says shut-off valves are extremely important. Yeah, they are. They are. And you got the 2 types. You got the lever ones, and then you got the twisty ones. I don't like the twisty ones. They may or may not be cheaper. I don't know. I like the lever ones because they're just so much quicker. We're going to have... So I don't know. The plumber will fix it. He'll figure out which ones are going to be in best in what positions. Oh, yeah. It's going to look like a Frankenstein mess. It looks like a Frankenstein mess now with valves that aren't needed, but hey, Judy, how you doing? Welcome to the show. I fixed the lighting. Laurel says we have the lever ones in our house. Yeah, this place has both of them. I got 2 or 3 levers and about five, I think. 5 of those turn valve-y, faucety sort of looking ones. I like the lever ones better. They're so much faster. And you can tell by looking at them the position of the valve. That's what I like about them too. You can just look. Is it on or is it off? Is it halfway? Is it full? So it's quicker. So I'm going to say, hopefully they're not that much more expensive. I haven't priced them. So yeah, see if we can throw those lever valves every place we need a valve, just so we just get it done. Just easier. I was shooting water down from the well, and it's a good thing we got cell service there. So it's like, okay, the missus is down at the house. I told her, I said, okay, you keep this valve open here. It's going into the reservoir. I said, you let me know. You let me know when the water comes out of there, because then we're going to have you turn it off. I'm going to wait, and I'm still going to be pumping. Then open it up again. Let me know if it's still working. It's like, okay, that's good. Then it'd be like, okay, now I'm gonna fill up the line with as much water as I can. Pop the screen. It's got a filter thingy on the end of the line. Put that back in the well, and hopefully it'll keep sucking it up through there. And you let me know. And it's like, okay, it was still sucking. Well, halfway through that process, she was like, I hear it. Like, okay, that's good. You hear something. She's like, oh, there's water coming out. I said, okay, there's water. She's like, but not from the end. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, there's water coming out. It's by one of the valves. It's like, well, I knew that there was leaks around valves, but it still should make it to the end of the line. She's like, no, it's coming right out by the valve. I'm like, well, what the hell? So I turned off the pump. I'm like, okay. So I got to walk back. It's about a quarter of a mile or so from the house. So I'm like, okay. I'm talking to her. I'm walking back. I leave all my tools up at the well. It's in the woods. You can't see it. Walk on back. It's like, hey, okay. I'm walking up the driveway now. I'm coming in the house. Shut off your phone. So I get in there, and she's like, yeah, it's coming. See, over there by one of the valves. And I'm like, it doesn't look like anything. So I looked around the backside. The whole back of the pipe was split open. Well, that'll do it. Yeah. Good old split up the pipe. That's a good way for the water to disappear. So that's what it was. I'm like, okay. Like, what am I going to do? I took some duct tape. And I dried it all off. Yeah. I knew I knew that there was leaks around the valves. I just didn't know that there was a split pipe. So I take a towel and I'm wiping all the pipes down. I took some duct tape, keep duct tape around, and I just wrapped the shit out of it with duct tape. And I'm like, I think that this will do. Said, okay, we're going to try that again. She's like, okay. Okay, so I'm walking up there. Don't keep your phone on. I'll call you when I get up there. So I walk again, about a quarter mile or so. Up the wood road, up through the forest. Get to the well. Like, hey, baby. I'm going to start this again. Here we go. Did you hear something? Yeah, she hears something. Oh, not quite like that. She got a higher voice than me. Like, yeah, she hears something. Is it coming? Oh, no, not yet. Okay, keep looking. Hey, Kay, welcome to the show. She's like, oh, it's coming out the end. Like, all right, is it coming out real good? She's like, yeah, it's coming out good. It's like, good, okay, because I'm pushing the water up pretty good. And I'm like, okay, turn off the valve. She turns off the valve. Okay, we wait about 30 seconds. I'm still pumping. It's like, hey, open up the valve. She opened up the valve. Oh, water again. Okay, good. Good. I did again. Undid my line from the well line and put the damn strainer thing on the end and pushed that down into the well, and it coils around, and I pushed my 2x4 down there and get it in there good, so it's not floating. It's got to be near the bottom. I'm like, you still got water? She's like, yeah, it's coming. It's like, okay, that's good. She's like, oh no, it stopped. I go, okay, it stopped. Well, it should have just momentarily, because remember, I went from pumping to taking the pump off, putting the cap on, putting it back in the water. So like, okay. It's like, oh, now it's running again. It's like, okay, good. So we got the air bubbles out. That's fine. So I'll be on my way home. To the house. I pick up all my tools and stuff. I put my backpack on. Walk on the wood road down again. Quarter mile. Through the woods, down the wood road. Okay, baby, I'm coming up the driveway. Get inside. Yeah, there's water still coming out. It's not flowing very good. It's not flowing like it was. I said it was flowing a heap bit more than that, right, to begin with. And she said, yeah, it was coming out really fast. It's like, yeah, well, because I was pumping it. So we're standing there, and then she kind of fizzles out. And it's like, shit. So I think part of the line has sunken down. So it's still higher ground, but I got a dip in it. I know I got a dip in it somewhere. But like I said, if I can get the flow going and have that house pump keep the pressure on, yeah, I'll be able to suck that water still through. So that's the thing. So this week I got to replace all the plumbing, and I gotta get up there and get my ring out of the well. You're like freaking Gollum. And that's my well adventure. You can say that day went well, except for the ring. Again, pistachio cream coffee from New England brand. It is yummy. Delicious. I don't think I've talked since I put up the canoe video, correct? We didn't have the show after that. Because I think I put it up. I put it up Tuesday or Wednesday. But then I just took the day off. I took the Wednesday show off. So put that up there. I still haven't fixed my camera mount bracket. It's got a threaded thing that the mount goes into. It's got an alligator clip. And it's got a post that's all wiggly woggly, you know what I mean? You can move it and it stays in the direction, but it's movable. And then on the top, the camera gets set on that, but it screws in. Well, the screw part is a pressure foot screw, female, and it goes inside the base. And it snapped off inside, and it can't stay in there. So I went through 3/4 of the canoe ride on Saturday, and just praying that the thing stayed, stay up there, so I at least get the straight in shots. So I got what I did. I'll get that glued back in. She'll be right as rain. Hey, Cask, welcome to the show. You missed a couple. So I'll get that. So they'll be right ready for the next canoe trip. I hope folks enjoyed that video. Didn't get as much play as I had hoped, but it was a good day out on the water. I just before the show started, another couple young fellers, their canoeing video hit my feed, and it was like, oh, sounds like it's someplace I'd like to go, and a little windy river and little streams and stuff. They had this weird thing, and their camera was moving all over the place, and it's big fisheye lens type stuff, and it's moving all over the place. It's whoa, not my style. When it was just straight ahead, I was happy. When it was doing all this other shit, no, that just looked weird. I think it's like one of those 360. I think it's called something 360 camera. It's like weird. It's just weird. Mine's just it points, it goes where it is, and I don't do fisheye. I could get wider. If I go wide angle, it gets the barrel on the barrel effects. I don't. I crop it in just a little teeny bit so that it's the image is square and straight. Judy says, I loved it. The place was gorgeous. Loved your daughter's reaction to the stowaway. Yeah, she liked that little caterpillar. Laurel says, those shots make me want to hurl. Yeah, I don't get it. Even when they just, if you use a standard GoPro and you just go wide angle, I don't like that. I don't like the barrel effect. I don't like the fisheye. Yeah, you can see wider. No, just bring it in straight. I want straight edges. Because when you're watching a movie, you don't have barrel edges along your shots. So I don't choose the wide angle. I choose the normal and no fisheye. So it's how you see. I don't like barrel in it. But yeah, that 360 camera stuff, that's like really, everything isn't it? Like it moved around and it was showing how we looked from the back. It's just, and everything gets all wonky. Everything gets all wonky. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. I'll go ahead and put that up for you. Watch this. Let's go here. Hey, that's not on there. Internet. Come on, let's see this. There we go. Here it is. Y'all see that, right? I'll turn the volume off. Let's see here. So this looks okay, but you can see the edges are getting kind of warped. These are paddling in the river from Ruby 44. She's like, oh man, I'd like to go out there with these fellers. This is my kind of paddling. But see, now watch. Now the camera's moving. See, mine doesn't do that. But it warps things. Look at the edges. They're all warped. It's like you don't go to a movie and see stuff like this. Well, let's see if we can. Let's go here. Whoa, hey, whoa. What the hell? You see this? And now it's like everything's warped. Don't spew, Laurel. Whoa, shit. That was not a fast transition. Holy crap. I tried to make my nice transitions and no barrel warping But yeah, I love this little river there. Okay, now watch this. Now it's going up. But see how everything is getting warped. Everything is warped. I mean, it's neat to be able to do those views, but whoa, crap. Go back now, watch. I believe it's going to swing back to him too, and it's like he just like looking through a damn wormhole at him. Okay, here we go. Maybe it's coming up. Oh my goodness. See, not smooth. It's a good job sharing it with everybody. So, hey, fellers, don't think I'm coming down on you too hard. But wow, some of us folks are like, man, this is kind of trippy. It's like you're on acid. Again, watch the edges. It's all fish-eyed. Look at that. The boat's, see the boat's edge is all bent to hell. He's got a banana boat. He got one of those banana boats. Look at that. My goodness, he's just all warped out of shape. Feller, you feel okay? Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's wow. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for posting up. I enjoyed your little trip, but man, I felt like, man, I need a piss test right now. I feel like I've been on some shrooms or something. That was weird. So I have no idea why they, whether maybe his camera can't not do that. I have no idea, but I have no idea. Let me see here. Okay, I'll bounce that off of mine. Bounce that off of mine here. Let's oh wait. Should be able to go here. Back. Okay, bounce that off of mine. Watch this. That's mine. I'm moving right along. Had a feller say, "Hey, your canoe track's really nice." Like, well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment to my paddling because it does not have a keel. It's a very playful boat, and I'm paddling only on one side. I can keep it going about in a straight line, but it ain't because it tracks well. Because I can spin that thing on a dime. Laurel says peaceful. Oh, it was a gorgeous day. Absolutely gorgeous day. Let's see if I can find the... Here we go.
Got a gun for the little caterpillar. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness. Wow.
You see that? No,
It's adorable.
no warping of the boats. No fisheye.
Yes,
You can
it
get
would be
enough
that.
in your picture. Now she's letting it crawl up on her hand.
Oh, here. Oh my god, you're adorable. What the hell? This is the one that we saw up in Vermont.
As you can see, we got some trees that are starting to turn already. Judy says, "I love that." Yeah, she had a great time. She had a great time. There she is again. But yeah, this morning it was like water was glass. Get closer to noon and the wind picked up. Wasn't as nice, but yeah, the morning was absolutely beautiful. No fisheye, no barrel warp. Okay, duck. There she goes. Yeah, I can keep up with her all day if she just kind of lazy paddling. I can beat her in a race, but not for long. Not for long. She can, if she can keep at it, she can get past me. But as you see right there, I'm moving right along a pretty good clip. I'm not even working. Absolutely beautiful day. Go back to here. Yeah, so folks that haven't seen that, that's over on my other channel, The Whiskey Cowboy Life on YouTube. And that's where the other stuff goes. Now I got a crap ton of footage. Again, I was out there all day. Judy says it relaxed me and it wasn't even there. Yeah, that's why I posted up. Not a lot of talking. I had a fella tell me back a while ago. He said, "Yeah, man, why don't you just?" I'd sit and hear you, listen to you talk the whole time out there, and it's like, yeah, I get it, but that's not what I'm out there for. We don't talk much. I mean, we talk, but most of the time we're just being with each other, or I'm being by myself and listening to the birds and watching the critters and relaxing. That's what I do. That's what I do out there. Love being out there. It's a good little canoe. Phoenix. It's a North Star Phoenix. It's 14 and a half. But it's narrow. Narrow as all get out. You're almost seeing about as wide as it gets. It's a super tippy. Are there any river otters? There are. There are some river otters. Otters, beavers, muskrats, fisher cats. We passed areas down on the side of the river where they'd drag up the mussels and they'd just sit there and eat. So you'd see a pile of scattered little things of river mussels. The shells broken open. So they had another dinner there. And speaking of otters, I did not use my otter tail paddle on this river. I also didn't do much, they call it the hunter stroke, Canadian stroke, or like a Indian stroke. Hunter stroke, Indian stroke, and Canadian stroke. They're about the same thing. It's where you never remove the paddle from the water. Didn't do that on this river. Well, because it's quite shallow in a lot of places. You start playing that game there, and you're gonna run your paddle into the river bottom. It's like, no, not doing it. So just standard paddling. As you see, it is moving right along good. I used my beaver tail, my breaking bending branches beaver tail most of the time. And then when it was getting really shallow, I switched over to my bending branches Explorer paddle. It's wider, shorter. Both of them have protective tips on the edges, so it makes it easier. And I don't want to bang up my otter tail. My otter tail I use when I'm in deeper water, deep rivers or lakes, where I can keep it in the water. And again, thank you, Miss Laurel. Miss Laurel helped fund that. Her and my youngest, the one in the videos, paid the majority of the price for that paddle. Because it wasn't cheap. It's a Fischel paddle. It's a young feller out of California. It's an otter tail made out of black walnut. Beautiful paddle. But yeah, we get a lot of wildlife there. And, Laurel says it sure is pretty. It is. It's a beautiful paddle. Heavier than you'd think, though. My other ones, the bending branches, I think those are cherry. I'm not sure. Could be oak. I don't know. Lighter than that. That black walnut paddle. But you keep it in the water and it's fine. A beautiful paddle. Paddle's absolutely wonderful. So again, thank you, Laurel. Okay. I've always wanted one. Always had a beaver tail. They're fine. It's like, oh man, I'd like an otter tail. Otter tails are longer and thinner. It's good for lake paddling. You move less water at a time, but you're getting in deeper, and it's less stress on your shoulders. The Native Americans loved both beaver and otter tails. Most of them around rivers, they use beaver tails, and the lake traveling, they almost always use otter tails. Thinner and longer. You go, those canoes. It's like out west, through the Midwest and stuff. Canoes were different. And they weren't used like they were used in the Northeast and through Canada. From what I understand, just across the border, when you go from lake to lake, I think they said that you could go dang near across Canada, or a good portion of it, lake to lake, with no more than 14 kilometers between them, if you picked your route correctly. I think that's what they said. So the northeast United States and the southeast and central Canada is all canoe country. All canoe country. Not kayak. Kayaks are seagoing things. Canoe. And you can all get in, and the canoes of all different sizes. Out west, you might see some log canoes. Northeast log canoes, they died out a long time ago. They went with birch bark. A lot better. Lighter. Different styles. Big, huge ones. You can fit two fellers abreast, and then have shit in between them. Big canoes. I think they showed some canoes like that in, I think, Last of the Mohicans. They showed some big birch bark canoes like that. See if we can find pictures of that. I'm pretty sure they did that. See if we can find pictures of that thing. Yeah, here we go. There's a picture right there. See, they got the big old bows on them. This you could fit two fellers side by side, but they have even bigger ones. They got even bigger ones. Look at that. Boy, wind will take them, though. Wind will take that. Artwork for the original book. There we go. Look at that, the guy standing up in it. You could do it. You could do it. I'm not gonna do it. There it is, bigger. I ain't gonna stand up, but that's a big canoe. Big and wide. See, as it is right here, he's probably kneeling close to one gunnel, and he's kneeling towards the other gunnel, even though they're bow and stern. Yes, sir. See if we got any other pictures here. Here's a smaller one. This is probably what most of them would have had, something like this. You see, it doesn't have as big a sail area in the front, but still, then the wind will take it. Wind will take it. There's another one. That's pretty. Looks like he's a Iroquois or Mohawk. I think the Mohawks were a part of the Iroquois nation. Seven nations, confederacy. I had written about that and posted up a good video documenting the pre-European conquest of this continent and the tribal warfares and stuff. Man, people just they don't know. It was rough. It was rough. You think that the white man brought problems? Hell. I always get a kick out of it too. The tomahawk. The tomahawk. Yeah, what we know is a tomahawk right now wasn't the Indians didn't do. It wasn't theirs. They had bone. They had bone. They had rock. And they had wood clubs. They didn't have metal tomahawks. They didn't have them. Those were French trapper axes is what they were. They were hatchets, French trapper hatchets. The same way as all those knives that the Indians had. No, the hatchets and the knives that were made out of metal were pot metal. They were shitty. They were shitty blades. They weren't the best steel, and they were used to trade with the Indians because it was still better than what they had. So everybody and the Indians had this stuff. They didn't have that shit. They had bone knives. Not bone knives, rock knives. Sharp, be razor sharp. But they're brittle as all get out. Yeah. Pots. They didn't have cast iron pots. You always see them cooking with them. Yeah, they traded for that shit. They didn't have any of that. The Native Americans did not know how to work anything but soft metals. And that was mostly for jewelry. They weren't even advanced to the Iron Age. They weren't Bronze Age. They didn't know how to work metal. They didn't do it. Wasn't such a thing as a wheel on this continent until we came. We as in the Europeans. No wheels. Drugged their shit. No metal pots and pans. Cooked in stone bowls, stone stuff. Had clay utensils or instruments and storage devices. They got the job done, but they were prehistoric living. Prehistoric living. They hadn't found the need to advance past that. So when the Europeans came, the French and Dutch and others would trade with them their hatchets, which then would be called tomahawks, but they were hatchets. Their knives, the French trappers' knives, they were rudimentary before Bowie knives or Bowies. They're just basically a giant cross between a kitchen knife and a hunting knife, sort of like a Bowie knife. Pretty rudimentary, and they did great. Hey, Mr. Mom. Welcome to the show. So, yeah, a lot of misconceptions out there. And one of the first things, they needed guns. And then they were warring with each other. They were using this shit. Man. The warfare, the politics, the squabbling, the killing, the constant state of squabble and death. And it wasn't just relegated to the Northeast. That's the way everybody lived. I explained this. Oh, yeah, the Black Hills. The Black Hills that's our sacred, it's your sacred shit. The Black Hills traded hands the last time in 1776. That's right. When we declared our independence, became a nation, was the last time the major tribes did a switch in the Black Hills. And the ones that were claiming it's their ancient, no, you took it from the other ones. And that's the story of the Americas. That's the story of Europe. That's the story of Asia. It's the story of Africa. It wasn't unique to this continent. But people like to glorify and act like, yeah, this continent was unique because they lived, here we go, another lie. They lived in harmony with nature. They only took that which they could use. Bullshit. Bullshit. They took what they could get. They learned how to cure it, and what they couldn't eat, They used it either for bait for other stuff or for fertilizer and all sorts of crap like that. Oh, but they used all the bones. Yeah, they used all the bones when they had a need for it. They knew how to utilize, but they didn't use all the bones of their kills. Another myth. They only took what they wanted. Yeah. There's places out west where they would drive buffalo herds off the cliffs and kill them by the hundreds. Don't tell me they took just what they needed. They were just like everybody else. They took what they could get. Yes, they had the ability to utilize more of what they got. But then when it's you can only make so many X, Y, or Z parts out of a body. The stuff lasts. So yeah, a lot of myths. A lot of myths. The same way as, the Indians. The Indians taught the settlers how to grow food. Really? Really, these people never had a fucking garden in Europe. They didn't know how to. There was certain types of food that they didn't know about. There was some practices that would help utilize, like the whole thing. Oh, you take a bit of fish and you put that next to it, and it helps. Yeah. But it's not like that the settlers didn't know what they were doing. They weren't stupid. They had skills. Did they need help? Yeah, because some of them were idiots. Some of them were idiots, but they weren't like nobody knew how to do anything. Yeah, it's like socialism. They tried socialism several times in the Americas when they arrived. And guess what happened? Every single time, it failed. You can only have socialism if you can force people to do shit. I know, it's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. A lot of myths. Some of the Indians were friendly with us. Say us as a colloquial, the Europeans. Some of them were warring, and some of them were warring with other tribes at the same time that the Europeans were there. It was a shit show. Then there was peace and war amongst the natives and the Europeans. Just depended on a lot of things. So many misconceptions out there. Stop it. And like the Indians, they're a monolith. No, they're not. Just like all Africans are not the same. All Asians are not the same. All Europeans are not the same. They may have some similar cultures, but you couldn't take an Indian, hell, you couldn't take several Plains Indian tribes and have them talking to each other. You needed to have a translator. Some could talk back and forth, not all of them. They had their own languages. It's just the way it is. We talked about this before, like in the Northwest, they were deep into textiles. Well, because the textiles they didn't rot as much as leather. They used leather and stuff, but most of their clothes were textiles. Well, because they lived in the rainforest. Textiles dried faster. They could be produced more readily. A lot of them had hats. They looked like Asian hats. Different. You think that the Plains Indians, the Indians of the Northeast. So how about this? You think the Mohicans and the Iroquois looked like the Sioux? No, they didn't. And I'll tell you what. Here's a funny thing. I talk about this too. You look up old pictures, black and white photography of the Indians, and tell me if they look like Indians that you know today. It's like, no, they don't. Man, they look rough. Way darker skin, way different features. Yeah, guess what? There's a lot more white blood in the modern Indian than they would like to have you believe. Again, you don't trust me, you go look up the pictures. You go look what they look like, and you go, man, that doesn't look like any of the ones that I ever see, either in person or in the movies or TV, played by actual natives. It's like, yeah, they don't look like that. Funny how that works. That's the same way. You can get a bunch of people lined up. Let's talk about the black fellers. You can go, that's an African American. That guy is straight from Kenya. that guy's straight from the Congo. You can tell this guy is a Zulu, or this guy is you can tell. Because African Americans don't look like Africans. They may have similar pigmentation, but they don't look like Africans. They don't look like you line them up and you can pick them out. Boom, 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 boom. Actual Africans. African American. And again, why? Well, because we've got a lot of mixing. You got mixing with whites, you got mixings with Native Americans, you got mixings with Europeans and Asians, and we're a melting pot. We're a melting pot. Again, you can tell. Go look at a bus stop. You can tell. You can tell the Somalian and the Kenyan from Detroit. You can tell. Yeah, Mr. Mom says it's real interesting here in Oklahoma looking at the people who are natives. A lot of mixed now. Yeah, they don't look. And then, like I said, hey, moved up from Oklahoma. Look at an average Indian from Oklahoma versus a picture from the 1850s or sooner. And look at the Indian pictures. Look and see whether they look the same. It's like, no, they don't look the same. And you also have to understand too that a lot of the tribes have mixed with the expansion movement. They were mixed in together anyways. Mr. Mom says the Kenyans have their pants pulled up. Some of them. Yeah. No, but you look, the shapes of their heads are not the same. Their facial structure is not the same. Their nose structure is not the same. You wouldn't think, but you put them side, but you go, yeah, you can tell the African from the African American. And I'm not saying this to be, look, it is the way it is. You think Denzel Washington looks like somebody from the Congo? You can't find somebody in Nigeria that looks like Denzel Washington. Does he look white? No, he looks black. But I tell you what, he doesn't look African black. He doesn't look African black. Again, here you go. You go online now, or whenever you have a chance, and look up, like the generals or the presidents of the African countries, and you go, does that dude look like he's from Chicago? From the Big Apple? From Detroit? No. No. Does he even look like a Cripper of blood? No. Mr. Mom said you'd never look at me and say Latino. Nah, I'd look at you and say fucking wetback. No, just kidding. that might have been a little rough for you. There's history in that. Connie's part Latino as well, and she's our favorite beaner. She hasn't been on the show. You'd get a kick out of her. She's from Wyoming. But yeah, you look at me and you wouldn't. What the hell are you? They go white. Okay, I'm Iroquois. I am Scottish. Got some French and German, but mostly Scottish and Iroquois. Now, if you were a doctor, you'd go, you got Native American in you, don't you? I go, yeah, I do. See, I've got a special astigmatism that is known primarily amongst the Native Americans in my eyeballs. So, if you've seen my pic on Facebook, you'd go, what the fuck? Is that an endorsement or what is that? I don't know if that's a flex or but yeah, and when I get out in the sun, I get dark. I get dark. But I got a nice chiseled jawline, and I got almond-shaped eyes with, again, special astigmatism known to the Native Americans. John, do you identify as white? I'm a cowboy. I'm the dude. Judy says I'm Choctaw, so yeah, I'm white. Yes. Mr. Mom says I turn a Red Lobster poster child in the sun. Yeah, I do originally. Man, I look like Hellboy. One year I went to the ocean. And stupid me. Yeah, I laid out there and I got fried. I looked like Hellboy. Literally, I was red head to toe. Holy crap. I tell you, the ride home was painful. Painful. I didn't have to touch the seat of the car. Had my sandals over the top. It was white where the sandal across the side, bone white, everything else red as can be. Now, I brown up after that's done, but man, that's the only time I'm red, and it's just like that. But after that, I get pretty dark. I haven't been out in the sun in a couple years. I mean, not for long periods. Like I said, I got photosensitive eyes, so I got to be careful. I mean, I wear my ball caps, and that's fine. I wear that when I'm working, but my cowboy hat's got to be shaped just right to give me the optimal without blowing off my head. We did a show about that. I explained why my hat's shaped the way it is and certain things like that. Find just the right shape, and the wind comes up in the side and it doesn't lift up. It kind of, some goes under, some goes over. You got just the right pitch here. I'd like it to be tighter looks wise, but need to shield those eyes. Shield those eyes. Squinty. Not Biden squinty, though. The lights are pretty bright in the studio. I don't like it. I'd like a better camera. It is a good camera. It's a good camera. But I'd like a better one that'll allow me to go dimmer. Well, then again, if I can get rid of this light here and go with an LED panel for my main light and turn it down, I can turn this one down. I'll bet you this camera will do just fine. But I'm stuck with this light here. Whatever this light is, all the other light sources have to key off of that, and it's brighter than I'd like. But yeah, a lot of misconceptions. And people get all worked up over stuff. And about reservations. We need to end that shit. One nation. I really do not like the idea of separate nations. Mr. Mom says, gotta run and get dinner out of the oven. Making Mississippi chicken. Ooh, Mississippi chicken. Is that you do that with jalapenos and stuff like that in it? Bake it in a sauce. I forget what ours is. Something sort of like that. We use there's a jalapeno sauce in a jar we get, and we pour it all in it, and we just bake it. Is that what it is? Is that something different? But I hope it's good. We had chicken Alfredo lasagna for dinner and fresh homemade bread. The missus made a couple loaves, and I cut them all up and sent one home with the kids. The kids normally come on Saturday, you know that, but they weren't feeling well, so they showed up tonight. Ranch, au jus, and Italian peppers. Similar. Not quite the same, but similar. Yeah. It's good eating. You serve it with rice. We usually serve it with rice or some noodles. It's good food. It is good food. So you enjoy that. You enjoy that meal there, Mr. Mom. We had pizza last night. We were going to have the lasagna. We had pizza. Oh, the missus has an awesome quick make pizza dough for our oven pizzas. Now we do our long dough for Neapolitan pizza, but for standard home oven pizzas, got a special one. Rice and mixed vegetables tonight. I didn't feel like peeling sweet potatoes. Oh, that's okay. I'm not a sweet potato guy. The missus is. But yeah, rice and mixed vegetables. Well, you enjoy that meal. Enjoy that meal. What everybody else have. Yeah, we had pizza last night. We had trying to think. Friday night. Had smash burgers. Friday night. Says I'll try and come back. Well, you do that. You know, if you don't make it, thanks for stopping in. Judy said brisket. Brisket's good. Had brisket not too long ago. I got another one in before snow falls. I'll get out there and I'll smoke that other brisket. Smoke it up good. Brisket. We don't get brisket up here very often. We can sometimes go damn near a year and not see a brisket. Nah, corned beef, brisket. Yeah, it's like, no, that's not, no. Just need a brisket. Just give me a brisket. So when they come in, we usually try to buy us up some. Brother Wayne says spare ribs and tater tots. That'll work. Had tater tots the other night. It's a Thursday, I think. Thursday night I had giant, they're hot dogs, but they're not hot dogs, with cheddar cheese inside. And I had tater tots, and I took my sweet and spicy barbecue sauce and I dipped them all in it. It's my version of currywurst and fries. It's American currywurst and fries. Tastes about the same. Welcome to the show, Wayne. Came in late. You're late. Damn it, troops better be there at least 15 minutes early. NCO, you better be there at least a half an hour early. The hell. Wayne says, need to make some Korean bulgogi. Yeah, bulgogi will work. Bulgogi. Peggy says, hey there, sorry I'm late. I got involved with the Paralympic Games. What'd you do? You chop off a leg? What the hell? Laurel says, that sounds good. Yeah, bulgogi. I'm not a kimchi fan. I'm really not. I'm not a kimchi fan. I'll eat me some bulgogi, though. Wayne says, I'll send you the recipe on Facebook. Yeah. Hey, the stores you can buy, couldn't years ago. Now you can in most of the stores. You get Um, now I can't even think of it. Hold on here. Gochujang. Yeah, gochujang. You can get gochujang now in most of your big box grocery stores now. Get it. It's Korean red hot pepper paste. Fresh made is just like Ajima used to make. It's his mother-in-law, Ajima. But yeah, you can get some gochujang. You can get it either in a tub or you can get it in a almost like a squeezy ketchup bottle. So pick yourself some up. He says I use sambal olik pepper paste. Yeah, I usually stick with gochujang. It's a tried and true. They all work. Another thing you should keep is some God, it's another red hot pepper, but it's more liquidy. Help me out, folks. It's late. Sriracha. Here we go. Keep sriracha as well. Sriracha, Tabasco, gochujang. Good to have around. Plenty of red pepper flakes. Those are good too. It's a different kind of heat. It's almost a smoky, woody heat. It's nice. I like sprinkling that on my pizza too. That's some good stuff. Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead and send me that recipe. Bulgogi. Also known as well as Mongolian beef. It's another Mongolian beef. Korean beef bulgogi. They're similar, about the same. I remember used to go to the Chinese restaurants and tell them, yeah, I want some Mongolian beef. And it has a little spicy thing next to it. I said, no, make it spicy. Make it like you would make it at home. This is what you're going to eat yourself. Don't give me this white eye shit. Give me some real Mongolian beef. After a while, I just died. It's like, no, just give me a bowl with some hot pepper paste, and I'll add it to it. Oh, excuse me. Laurel says my hubby used it like ketchup. What, the sriracha? Yeah, I tell people you want something hot, but you don't want to add a real other. Yeah, she said, yeah. You don't want to add another, because most of them have their own flavor profile. You want a neutral hot, sriracha. I like taking mayonnaise and mixing in sriracha as well. That's good on burgers. Oh, man. You got to dip your fries in it. Some mayonnaise and sriracha. Oh, yeah. The missus, she doesn't like Tabasco. Now, hey, I was around from the C&K rats to the MREs. I was there for the switch. And I don't know, the best thing is the little teeny bottles of Tabasco that used to come with them. It's like, yeah, I put Tabasco on everything. My favorite MRE. What's your favorite MRE? Anybody who's been in the service, what's your favorite MRE? Mine, chicken a la king. Chicken a la king. That was my favorite. I'll eat that every single day, 2 times a day. I don't care. Chicken a la king. The bottle of Tabasco sauce in it. Wayne says Chili Mac. Yeah, but that came later. That wasn't one of the first ones though. When they introduced Chili Mac, that had to have been in the 90s. With jalapeno cheese packet. Yeah, see, the originals didn't have jalapeno cheese packets either. They had the regular cheese. Looked like gray caulking stuff. And you serve it with those crackers that were hard. You could shingle a house with those crackers. I tell you, that was pretty damn good. That was pretty damn good. Yeah, Chili Mac. They didn't have Chili Mac in the first round. Hey, Kev, welcome to the show. He says Tabasco is horrible. Cholula is the best. Cholula. Bob. He says Bob's the best. Nah, hey, they're all good. I like Tabasco. Tabasco's my leftovers. I like taking like leftover sketty and frying it up in the frying pan, and then throw some Tabasco in it. Oh yeah. Wayne says, out of the dark MRE bag, MREs, I like the pork and beef patties best. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Next, you're going to be telling me the omelet. Like the omelet. That's some nasty shit. Oh, gross. No, to each their own. No, that's good. It's good if you got everybody that likes something different, and then you just trade for what you like. Says, yeah, you had to make sure that you rehydrate them with hot water. Yes. Yeah, I wasn't a favorite. Chicken a la king. Not omelet, vomlet. Yeah. Oh, it was nasty. It was nasty. Oh, my goodness. Now, Wayne, did the crackers get any better? Because I remember the original ones. They weren't bad. It was like hardtack. It was flavorless, hard as hell. He said, no, they didn't get any better. Okay. As long as they didn't get worse. Hey, you're out there and you ain't got anything to eat. Those crackers are fine. Like I said, chicken a la king, Tabasco sauce in it. The brownies. Did the brownies get any better? Because the brownies used to be almost like a cross between a brownie and a candy bar, and they were like hard and not a hell of a lot of flavor. Yeah, he said Tabasco fixed nearly everything. Yeah. Make sure that you were ready for it though, because if you're not used to Tabasco or anything hot, and then the only time you eat it is when you're eating your army food, you're going to get the shits. No, make sure that you're primed. Make sure your pump is primed before you get out there. Yeah, except the omelet. Yeah, the omelets were nasty. They were nasty. It's like eating congealed vomit and snot. It's pretty nasty. Pretty damn nasty. Oh, my goodness. Horrible. Man, I'm trying to think if there's any other meals that I like. Drew says those little bottles were so cute. Yeah, they're only like about that big. Yeah, 2 or 3 inches tall. A little teeny. Look just like the big bottles you get in the store. Yeah. Pour it in there. The old sea rations. Remember the beef chunks and calculated grease? Yeah. Yeah, there was a bunch of them. You got to eat shit hot. You better eat shit hot, because if it ain't hot, yeah. Oh, nasty. Laurel says, sounds so appetizing. Not. Yeah, you learned to eat what you could eat, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bring your pogey. Bring your pogey. They call it pogey for your guys too there, Wayne. Pogey bait. For all you folks out there, pogey and pogey bait is civilian food that you packed in and you brought it with you. Or if you were out, you go out with the Nationals. Get out in the Nationals and you get whatever food you can from them. It's pogey bait, yeah. That's what we called it, pogey and pogey bait. Course, if the upper NCOs would come around the teams and stuff like that, or heaven forbid, like a mid to upper level officer, they didn't want to see any of that shit. It's like, oh, Jesus, stop, stop it. We're human. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna get some good food. Good food. Ramen's a good thing to have. Ramen's good pogey bait. Ramen, any sort of cookies or candy bars, and the chips don't last long. They break up. Ramen's good. The Vienna sausages, that's good pogey bait. So what was your favorite pogey bait there, Wayne? Or anybody, open to anybody that was in the service. What was your favorite pogey bait? You're going to bring it out, either being deployed or out on maneuvers, training. Ramen, yeah, ramen's always a winner. We can do everything with ramen. Slim Jims, yeah, I'm not a Slim Jim guy, but I can see it. Yeah, I liked ramen. I liked the Vienna sausages. Those were good. Trying to think of other stuff. And then when my son was in, we used to get him big boxes of pogey. Send them on out. What would I like to have? I'd like to have some of this. We used to love it. Mail call comes in. He's out. I think it was Afghanistan. His whole unit be like, oh, hey, got a delivery. I'd send him all sorts of shit. Send him all sorts of stuff. Yeah, he ate well. I usually send him 2 big boxes. Once a month, 2 big boxes. Yeah. Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts is good pogey bait. Pop-Tarts. So we got ramen, Slim Jim, Pop-Tarts, any sort of candy bars. It's good stuff. I know there was other stuff. Oh yeah, and the Vienna sausages. Did I mention that already in the last rundown? Yep. It's good stuff. Oh, any sort of Kool-Aid or lemonade or anything that you can get in those packets that you can mix in your water and you can flavor your stuff. That was good too. So look for anything that if it gets crushed, it's not going to be too bad. Wet, make sure that it's either not going to do too bad or not going to bother it. Yep. Bulgogi, that's still up on my screen. Damn you, Wayne. Okay, get that off my screen. Yeah, I got somebody firecrackers out there. You like the lighting better this time, Laurel? Doesn't look like the sun's frying my face off. Yeah. It was a bit bright. I didn't know what you were talking about. The sun? Oh, what the hell is she talking about? No, there's no sun. It's 8 o'clock. I'm in the studio. Windows are shut. AC's running. No sun. I saw the video. I'm like, wow. That's bright. The missus is like, yeah, Laurel tried to tell you. It's like, no, she just asked if I had sun. I didn't know what she was talking about. She says it was bright. We still have sun at 8 p.m. Well, yeah, the window in the studio is facing the wrong way to get the evening sun. And, yeah. Yeah, it's The louvers are shut. I got the wooden slat louvers. They're shut. And the AC's running. No, this was just my studio lighting, and I didn't realize I was too. You might remember the show before, I couldn't shut the show off at the end. It's like it froze up, and I'm like, what the hell? I can't turn the show off. I physically had to just shut down the whole program, and then that wasn't easy. Just my system just said, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do. I think Judy laughed at me. It's like I went to point good night like I usually do, and then the system went. I'm like, oh, my system won't shut down. My program won't stop. So yeah, whatever. So something happened, then it updated, and yeah, Judy says she did. I'm like, I see her laughing at me. Oh, yeah, son of a bitch. It just wouldn't. I couldn't switch to the end show screen, and then it wouldn't shut down. It's like, oh my goodness. So hey, whatever, it happens. That's what you get for live. It's live, warts and all. It is what it is. That Dirty Black Bag, boy, that's a stupid ass show. I'm watching them. I started watching it. That's a stupid ass show. I was like, oh, it's a Western. That's good. Oh, Bounty Hunter. Okay. What the hell is this shit? And you see that Netflix show, that dirty black. I think it's called That Dirty Black Bag. That Dirty Black Bag. Yeah, that Dirty Black Bag. Oh my goodness, what a disaster that show is. Oh, it got 3.5-star rating. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. It's I think the main character is supposed to be the main character, but he's not. Hey, thanks a lot, Wayne. It's a Red Bill. He's a bounty hunter. I think they got a video game with Red Bill in it. And it's like everybody is too young, too clean. Okay, they give him a little scruff. You look like you just left Starbucks. Stop it. What a horrible show. 2022 is when they came out. TV series. That Dirty Black Bag. My goodness. It's a Western. Oh, God. It's pretty bad. It's not as bad as Bone Tomahawk. Now, that movie was bad. That was bad. And this is a series. It's bad, but it's bad in a different way. Bone Tomahawk. Do not spend your time watching that piece of garbage. But, yeah, That Dirty Black Bag. The bag is a bag that sounds like an Eastern. It's bad. It's totally unbelievable. Look, like it used to be a gold mining town, right? Used to be a gold mining town with no mountains. There's no mountains there. It's just out in the middle of a desert, but it's a gold mining town. Okay, but the gold supposedly ran dry, and so did the water. And now there's a drought, and there ain't but a handful of people living there. But there's a full complemented whorehouse there. It's like, really? What do you still have a whorehouse in this town that doesn't have any? There's nobody there. It's at best a way station for people passing through. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And one of the main characters, he's either a former priest. I don't know. I haven't figured him out yet. But he prays and he tells people God says it's going to make it rain. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. He's married to another chick. And they got a kid. But he's still in love with a whore. The madam, and the madam think that she's a queen, and they gotta bring in, they have to wagon water in, and she's in charge of the. It's such a shit show. Has a short sheriff that got to play with his gun all the time, and he's totally unbelievable, and it's just, oh my God, it's a horrible show. It's horrible. So I watch it to go, how the hell is this going to go? What are they going to do next? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's horrible. I finished up watching Altered Carbon. That's okay. Oh, my nose itches. That's okay. Altered Carbon. I got, 2 or 3 seasons, something like that. Not bad. I liked it better in the start. Most of those shows, they get worse as they go along. It's like, yeah. Okay. But like I said, I don't watch much TV. I watch it before I go to bed. I wind down. So I'll get done. Same way as I get done with this show. I'll check all of my emails, my messages, different social medias, shut everything down, shut down all my stuff and close up the studio, bring my stuff downstairs and do my duties and go back up to bed and watch TV for about an hour, then go to sleep. I only get about 5 or 6 hours at a time, so if I go to sleep at like 8, I'm up at 2. So I don't know, what the hell am I going to do? What am I going to do? Mrs. likes to nap, and that's fine. Play my guitar. Been playing a lot of blues and jazz. A little bit of Latino-flavored flamencas and boleros. But a lot of jazz. A lot of jazz and smooth blues. Smooth jazz and blues. Suits my guitar. Suits me. Calms me down. I just get lost in it. Just go. I'll get some more videos up for you guys. Still got to get what the hell's that song? It's the Dire Straits. It's like, well, they had quite a few songs. No, the song from Dire Straits. What do I think about the hubbaloo about the Arlington National Cemetery? All ado about nothing. All ado about nothing. From what I understand, he was I want my MTV. No. Sultans of Swing. There we go. Sultans of Swing. I like playing that. I play a simplified version. I don't get as fancy as some of the other people, but I like it. Yeah, from what I understand, he was invited, and the staff decided they were going to be dickheads about shit. And then, and the whole thing of he did a thumbs up by the gravestone. Oh, like he does everywhere, and like the family themselves did. Stop it. People looking to be outraged over shit. They're more worried. People are more worried and outraged about Donald Trump being there at the behest of the families and then using it for political. Yeah, good for him. I don't care. Good for him. Then why those soldiers were in the cemetery in the first place? Talk about mixed up priorities. You're more worried about Donald Trump at a wreath-laying cemetery at behest of the families than Joe Biden and his administration for their shitty handling of the withdrawal. I think we should have withdrawn a lot sooner. But you do it right. You do it right. And they're trying to blame Trump on that too. Oh, Trump, it's Trump's fault because he's the one that set it into motion. Yeah, when the Biden administration took over, they took over the entire thing and they could choose to do anything they wanted to do. And they did everything ass backwards. You don't pull out the way they did. Pulling out the way they did is like handing a girl a towel as foreplay. No, you're doing it backwards. Doing it backwards. Peggy says, I am laughing about the Vermont Health Department saying we should address our kids in gender-neutral terms. I tell you, Vermont's a shithole. I'll get rid of that property as soon as I can and have my hands done of it. Just fucking done. I'll tell you, I go to, oh, Jesus. I needed a 2x4 so I could move I didn't have a breaker bar at the house, so I could move the well cover. So I go to get a 2x4. Like, hey, I need this for my air tool. So I got that. That's fine. And I need a 2x4. Now I'm used to going to Home Depot. You go and you pick up a 2x4. If it needs to be cut, you bring it over to the saw. You have them cut it, and you just pay for it and you go. Well, no, this you go to the front desk. Say, I need a 2x4. Okay, write you out a big slip of paper. Walk around the outside of the building. Go around back. And they say, just go around back. Go around back where? I don't know. So I walk around. So I look at a door, and I open up the door, and I'm like, is this where I'm supposed to go? I got a lumber slip and a cut sheet. And they're like, look over there. There's the 2x4s over there. There's a big covered thing. And go on the right, on the bottom there's the 2x4s. And you get one of those. So I look over there. I said, over there? It's like, no, not over there. Right over there, right there. It's the covering was where the peak is, down the center, directly to the right of that. So it's divided in two sections. So you got a center section and a right section, and then you got a center section to the left and a left section. Well, he meant the center section on the right, but he just said the right. So he's looking at me like I'm stupid. It's like, no. Dude, tell me which one. I'm like, yeah, you didn't say the center section on the right in the center. You said over there in that building to the right at the bottom. Well, another old feller, he's an employee, and he came walking with me. I said, well, you'll get me straightened out. So he got me straightened out, blah, blah. It's just like, Jesus, what a bunch of backwards ass. God. Oh, man. Yeah. Speaking of how we're supposed to address our children, fuck them. But almost every major child health center in the United States, the major ones, they're all deep into that gender neutral, gender fluid, gender, they're gonna transition your kids and stuff like that. There was a guy, he just had it. Where was that? I think it was on the East Coast someplace. He just had his kid taken away. It was a 16-year-old boy. Did you hear about that? 16 Oh, by the way, Wayne, did I answer your question well? Or did I need to go into it further? Yeah, he was an autistic kid who was depressed about breaking up with his girlfriend, tried to commit suicide, then said he's a girl. State took him away, put him in foster home, and he was going through some freaking child health thing at the hospital stuff, and they said, they said the child has gender dysphoria, therefore she's a girl. How do you square that? If you got gender dysphoria, that means you are uncomfortable with your actual gender and you think you're something else. You don't cure gender dysphoria by then going along with it. Just the way is you don't cure anorexia by giving somebody a fucking lap band surgery and helping them starve themselves to death. But that's exactly what these medical agencies are doing. I tell people, anybody who trusts a damn thing that doctors say or hospitals say without looking into it themselves and using their own brain is a damn retard. So yeah, they take him away. They take him away. Put him into a foster care home that the woman has been convicted of assault. Put him there anyways, and then he tried to commit suicide there. Like, you do not trust these agencies. You do not trust any of them. Cold day in hell, somebody tried to take my freaking children from me. You need some body bags, because we're going to fill them. Leave my kids alone. Boy, you got me riled up there, Peggy. You got me riled up. Everybody's quiet. Like, John's in it. He's in a mood now. Nah, not really. Is this still going out? Somebody, hey, Laurel, type up something. Somebody type up something. Yeah, the Arlington, they had a big to do about nothing. Big to do about nothing. Everybody's looking for something to be outraged about. Laurel says, I feel the same way. Yeah. I will not play along with socially accepted insanity. Didn't do it with COVID, ain't going to do it with gender. It doesn't mean I treat people badly. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you think you're a chihuahua. I don't give a shit. I ain't going to play along with it. I'll treat you fair and nice. I ain't going to play along with it. I ain't going to encourage it. Please don't do it around me. If you do, I ain't going to play along with it. You want to just talk about the weather and how your job's doing and, you know, the potholes need fixing? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk about it. That's fine. Have some cup of coffee or pour a whiskey. That's fine. You want to talk about your sexual proclivities? No. You want to talk about your delusions and your pronouns? No. I'm a grown-ass man. You don't need to tell me your pronouns. I kind of know what they are. And if you open up your mouth and you want to tell me what your pronouns are, I can tell you your pronouns are dipshit. Yeah, Wayne says, it's mayhem. Yeah, sure thing, man. Whatever you say, dude. Yeah. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to fuck with somebody, but they want to play them games? No, sorry. Not happening. Not happening. You want to get your heckles up? Dude? That's not very ladylike. Hey, calm them panties down there, frilly gal. You need some new... Let your rouge do your color and not your blood pressure there, missy. Remember when calling a dude a Sheila or Miss or something? That was an insult. Oh. Wayne says, if you're sick in the head, fine, but don't expect me to play along with your... Yeah, there's only two ways. You're either truly mentally ill or you're grifting. It's that simple. You're playing a game. It's cosplay. It's fucking cosplay. You want to do your cosplay? Do it. You want to think you're a furry? Do a furry on Friday and Saturday night with your furry friends. I don't give a shit. You're not a dog and you're not a cat. You're not a wolf. I'm a Wolferian. You're a fucking idiot. That's the same way. Can you imagine somebody working at like the King Arthur Fair or some shit like that? Some Renaissance thing. And or a pirate. Arr, and they dress like a fucking pirate every day and they walk around and go, avast you, matey. Arr, hand me over your booty. Like, I'll booty you. I'll booty up your ass. It's not cosplay. It's LARPing. Yeah. Yeah. potato patata. So I don't give a shit what you do. Hey, you want to do that in your confines of your own home, dude? You know, your wife, she wants to be a dominatrix, and you want to dress like a freaking dog with leather suspenders and shit like that, and bark around your house. Have at it. I don't care. Don't invite me over when you're doing this shit, and don't do it out in public, and don't do it at my house. It's that simple. You do what you want to do. Hey, that's between willing, consensual, grown-ass adults. You want to act the fool or do whatever, you do that. I don't care. We're not going to play with you. Said this a long time. You ever see a pride parade in Japan or someplace like that? They don't look like they do here in the United States. They look like normal people. They look like, excuse me, they look like normal people. Here in the United States, a pride parade and a festival is about debauchery. That's it, just debauchery. It's that simple. If heterosexuals had a proud to be a heterosexual parade or gathering where they did what happens at pride events, they'd be arrested. That's the shit you used to see it like at the Playboy Mansion and shit like that. Laurel says truth. Yeah, it's about debauchery. Like, nobody gives a shit. Do that shit behind closed doors. Hey, the one good thing about election season, the retards show themselves. Drive around. Oh, there's a Walls Harris sign. And guess what? Most of them are places. Hey, there's a Black Lives Matter sign and a freaking rainbow flag. Oh, there's a Walls and Harris flag or sign. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Retard. Again, this isn't a Democrat versus Republican issue. This is a you're a retard issue. You haven't seen any yet? Yeah, they're popping up around. Most of the stuff around is Trump, though. This is a sane versus insane. There's only two reasons to vote for the Kamala Walls ticket. One is you're a batshit liberal, lefty, communist, pinko freak and an idiot. That's one. The other is you just hate Trump so bad that you'll vote for a ham sandwich. So you're an idiot. There's again, I've seen elections in the past and go, you can honestly think, yep, I can see why somebody would vote for this. I disagree with it. I think it's a bad choice, but yeah, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. There is no, are you freaking kidding me? Really? Really? Wayne, you didn't answer my question. Was my Arlington Trump thing? Was it about right? Laurel says that would be two of my siblings. Yeah, they're idiots and they won't talk. Yeah. No, I'm great. Look, I've said this before. I'd rather people not talk to me and me have nothing to do with them. Wayne says, oh yeah, spot on as always. Okay. But yeah, I'd rather have no drama and nothing than there is not a single person in my life, not a single person. I'll tell you that again, not a single person in my life that is worth drama and aggravation. None. Too old for that shit. You want to bring drama and aggravation to my life? I don't need you. It doesn't matter whether you're not related to me, whether you've known me forever, or if you're kin. I don't even care if I don't care if you're one of my children. If that's all you're going to bring to my life, no, sorry. I ain't having it. Have a nice life. Laurel says it's so much easier without the minute. Right. Right. And you stop and you think, oh, well, every once in a while, I wonder what they're doing. But most of the time, you don't even think about these people until they make themselves an issue. Me and the missus, we do what we like to do. Judy says, I absolutely agree. Yeah, there's no time for it. There's no time for it. You don't want to be a jackwagon. You want to be a normal person. You don't want to bring me drama, issues, and crap. That's fine. You start bringing that, nope. Stay over there. That's fine. I'm not gonna search for you. I ain't gonna look you out. Look you out. What the hell is that? Look you up? Look out for you? No. I'm not even gonna sit and talk shit about you. I'm not gonna think about you. That's like jackwagons on Facebook. They think they're going to get someplace. They annoy me as long as it takes me to take care of the situation. I can't tell you their name. I can't tell you what they look like. And that's the last I'm ever going to think of them. Sometimes they give me new content. I like to share some of the funnier stuff with folks. I know people appreciate it. Man, I got scratchies. But yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it. Nobody needs it. Someone starts to be a drain on your life, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Here's another thing, and I've talked about this in the past too. Okay, we still got time. It really annoys me to see, when I see couples break up because of children, that annoys the hell out of me. Now, there are a few situations, and they are a mighty few, and I'm not going to get into them because we're all adults here. There are a mighty few situations that would cause a couple to break up over a child. The vast majority of situations are just, nah, ain't that. You're going to pick a spouse. You stay with them. You back your spouse's play. You back your fucking spouse's play. Unless there's an actual detriment, harmful, physical, and or mental, true harm, physical or mental issue involved with the child, you back your spouse's play. Because here's why. That child is going to grow up and they're going to move out on their own. And they're going to get their own families and they're going to do their own things. And you think they're going to give two shits about you because you left your spouse over some bullshit that they caused? And their spouse is alone? Your kids are going to go. Your spouse is supposed to be there forever. Pick the right one and stick with them. Back their play. And you pick the right person, you don't have any problems like that. Not any major problems. You're going to have disagreements. You're going to have disagreements. The way it was in my household, the young development of children, that's for the missus. I'm there to protect. I'm there to provide. There to be support. When they get older, that's when Dad steps in. And I say to the missus, no. No. Let him do this. Let him figure some stuff out. Let him work. Let him deal with things. Find out who they are. Now, I'll make sure that they're safe, as safe as they can be, without stifling their growth. Other than that, what the hell do you do? What do you need to argue about? What issue is there? The kids being bratty? Back the play. Stop being a fucking brat to your mother. Stop being a twit to your father. Of course, I always had to, hey, we can take it out back. We can take it out back. Let's find out. Oh, that's terrible. I tell you what, the kids never took me up on it. Imagine that. Here's another thing. Kids without rules are miserable. They're rudderless. They're unhappy. And even people that are good parents, they know they get lax every once in a while. And the more you let the kids just flounder around there, the more miserable they are. And you go, wait a minute here. No, let's crack this shit down. And you put your boundaries back up. And they have their rules. And they get their heckles up and they don't like it. They settle in pretty quick and then they're happy again. They're happy again. It's the way of things. Kids need guidance. That doesn't mean micromanage them. So you put up those rails, put up those rules, and then hold them to it. The older they get, if they can show that you can expand it a bit. Same way with bedtime. Note when they're young, this is when you're going to bed. You get older, okay, you can decide. Until you start fucking up. You start oversleeping, you start not doing your homework, you start, it's because you're staying up too late doing stupid shit. No. Now we're going to knuckle back down again. Brings them back in line. And always let them know you love them. Couldn't say that enough. Yeah, you probably saw that on the damn video, too, of the canoe trip. That was not staged. That's my life. That's my life. Hey, Dad. Hey, what? Love you. Love you, too. Laurel says you have to set perimeters for them. It keeps them safe and out of trouble. Yeah, and it makes them feel secure. It's safety. It doesn't just make them safe. It makes them feel safe as well. They know. These are my limits. These are there, and they all know Dad's going to be there. Dad's going to be there. Judy said that was so sweet. It made me smile. Well, welcome to my life. You hear that a lot. That must. I'm trying to think. At least a dozen times when we were out there. Just the way it is. Except I usually say "damn it" at the end. Love you. Love you too. Damn it. Yeah, she's a good girl. Her fella was a little disappointed I didn't get the other canoe done up this year. He was hoping to get out on the water with us. I just can't. Just couldn't do it. I got something in store for next season, though. Not going to tell anybody about it. But yeah. I always give them a hug. Always let them know, no matter how much I fuck up, I'll be there. That doesn't mean I'm going to affirm what you did. Doesn't mean I'm going to like what you did. Doesn't mean I'm going to approve of it. I'll be there for you. Just don't keep doing it. don't keep doing it. But I'll be there for you. Peggy says, kids don't feel safe and valued without boundaries. Correct. And they're not your buddy. They're not your buddy. God, I hate seeing parents talk to their kids and treating them like they're high school pals. It's like, no, they're not. They're not. I will never be the friend of my children. I will be friendly and social with them, but I'm their dad. I'm their dad. I will treat them like adults, but they're still my kids. I'm their dad. The same way with growing up. I didn't talk down to them. I don't talk down to the grandchildren either. I talk at their level. I don't change. I talk them just like I'm talking to you, but I'm not going to use words that they might not know. Just talk to them. They're not my buddy. I'm grandpa. I'm uncle. I'm dad. Or as the missus says, dude. 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 She's always called me dude. Dragging kids in the middle of family squabbles is reprehensible. Yeah, try to avoid it. Look, people aren't... That's like they say, too. Don't argue in front of your kids. Look, that's the ideal. Life is you're going to do it sometimes. Try to limit it. But yeah, don't bring the kids into things. Don't do it. Let kids be kids. Don't get involved. And again, back your partner's play. Laurel says, my grandson uses words that make me ask him if he knows what they mean, and he does. Yeah, but I think he's a mite bit older than I thought, right? Isn't he a teenager now? Isn't he like 13? Was it you? Was it your grandkid? The one I had you pull up the phone or whatever you were looking on. Oh, he's 5. Who was it? Who's the grandkid that I said hey to? Was that Peggy's? Whose grandkid was that? He's 5. He's 5. 5's, yeah. The other one was like 13 or something like that. I thought he was a youngin'. It's like, oh, older dude. He's 5. Yeah, 5's a fun age. 5's a fun age. I don't like preschool or preschool. I don't like pre-twos, the toddlers, and I don't like that. 5's starting to get fun. 5, 6, 7's good. Excuse me. He says mine. They're not mine. They're 25 and 27. Yeah, that's not yours. Who the heck's kid was it? It was somebody who's on the show a lot, and they had their grandkid. Y'all remember that, right? You might not remember whose it was, but you remember that, right? I said put him on camera. Well, he wasn't on camera. I said let him show, and I said hey to him. Judy. Was it Gus? Hey, Gus. How you doing? Yeah, Judy. Was it Judy's? Yeah. She fell asleep. Judy fell asleep. Yeah, vocabulary is a wonderful thing to have. It really is. I mix it up. Hey, man, your vocabulary is all over the place. A college professor and drunken sailor. Laurel says he's a riot. We've started online school. He's in kindergarten. He hates the repetition. Once he knows it, he hates repeating it. Yeah. Judy says it was mine and he loved it. Well, that's good. Yeah, sort of like if you're watching the news on TV and hey, how you doing, Judy? What the fuck? They're talking to me now. Yeah. Yipper skipper. Yeah, I like kids. Again, five is starting to do good. I like them, 7, 8. Preteens are fun. They're fun because they're writing it. They're writing a real middle area. Their vocabulary is really going, and they're going in different directions in life, and they like to be treated decently. They'd like to be treated not like a little kid. Like a little kid. Teenagers are fine. They're fine. They tend to be a little bit more self-absorbed and into other stuff. So it's good to get them a little bit younger than that, and then you're fighting for stuff, and I think they know everything. Yeah, okay, gotcha, Bob. I don't have any grandchildren or nieces and nephews named Bob. Definitely no nieces named Bob. Got a brother-in-law named Bob. Bob. Yeah. So I don't know. The kids need a rudder. They need guidance. And they need to know that if they fuck up, you're going to be there for them. That's not a continual thing. We got problems. You continue doing the stupid shit, we're going to have a real problem. You do it once, we'll have an issue, and we'll get past it, and then that's fine. I'm not going to stop loving you. I'm going to take care of the things I need to take care of, and sometimes you're going to hear no. No, Dad's not going to take care of that. This is something you're going to have to clean up yourself. That's part of the process, too. Knowing when to say no. And that means knowing when not to help. Judy said, I actually had you on my TV. He said, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, big screen. John's on the big screen. Yep. Yeah, raise them right. Do the best you can. They're going to make their own choices. That's another thing I say. You can have kids all raised in the best household, and you can have a couple dirt bags end up with it. So I don't fall. Oh, it's the parents' fault. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this kid is just doing stupid shit. My kids have done stupid shit. I'm not going to get into what they did, but they done some stupid shit. Everybody's done stupid shit. Laurel says not always. Right. Go, oh, yeah, see, it's their parents didn't raise them right. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Because there's good kids that you'd go, man, you must have been raised right. And then you find out how they were raised, and you go, are you kidding me? How the hell did you end up like that? Personal choice. Doing the right thing. And then there's people with good upbringing. You get 4 or 5 kids. 3 of them are dirt bags. 2 of them came out all right, and you want to blame the parents for that? No, you blame the parent for not doing the right thing, not because of what their child did. Said that all the time. Well, the kids are going to do what they're going to do, so let them. No, you still have to do what you're supposed to do. You raise them right. If they then fuck up and do the wrong thing, that's on them. If you raise them wrong and they fuck up, you're still wrong for raising them wrong. So yeah, I'm not I see a kid doing something stupid. I don't naturally assume that their parents are to blame for it. Yeah, maybe not. I know the kid's wrong. I know the young fella or young gal, whether they're young adults, I know they're wrong. But I don't know how they were raised. They might have been raised great. They're just being stupid. Peggy says when we did dumb stuff, we weren't smartphones. Right. We didn't get online and just upload the shit to our Facebook and our TikTok and our Instagram and share our videos with our friends doing stupid shit. No, we kept it to ourselves. We didn't even go down the street and have other adults that weren't our parents see us doing stupid shit. Because they'd have jerked a knot in our tail. So it's not like we didn't do stupid shit. Laurel says exactly, thank God. Right. Like, no, we just didn't document that shit. My kids grew up in kind of the in-between. Well, I said my oldest is 40. My youngest is 25. So that's a big span right there. So most of them, when they were younger, they didn't have like all the internet and stuff. Like, they didn't have that. They had video games and stuff. But, yeah, we sit down sometimes. We talk, oh, we did this. And I was like, yeah, I know you did. Yeah, we used to drink your Pepsi when you were, yeah, I know you did. I know how much Pepsi I drink. I don't drink any now. Had a kicking stereo system. Oh, boy. Yeah, we used to turn that thing up. Yeah, I know you did. You blew out one of my fucking speakers. And they're good speakers, too. You blew out my Polk Audios, god damn it. Blame it on the daycare kids. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not stupid, right? I know what a pushed cone versus a blown cone looks like. Stop it. No, you pick your battles. Okay, that's done. Yeah, those good speakers too. Oh, fucking Polk Audios. Damn it. Just one, though. Just one. But yeah, they think, oh, they got away with so much. You didn't get away with anything. We just again, pick your battles. Make sure that you keep the rules. You know, you just give them room to just bounce around a little bit. Not stifling them, but and it's good to have them think they're going to get away with something. Plus you learn that it's like, learn how to fucking hide your shit. That's a skill. Learn that shit. It's like, oh, they were close. Oh, the times I remember we used to have squirt gun fights. Run around the property. It's super soakers. Yeah, you just go all over the place. Of course, Dad wins. Dad climbs on the house. Holy shit. How the hell did he get up there? Yeah, you'd like to know. I'm taking the high ground. Yeah. Get him out back with the BB guns out by the barn and teach him how to basic stuff and how to shoot. And Judy says, oh, those are fun. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't go on vacations and stuff like that. We ate well. We had our super soakers, had our BB guns for the kids, and built a paintball field out back. So I did really good on that. That was good fun. I tried to do what we could do. Then most of the kids, they grown up and get on their way, and the youngest was still there. There's an 11-year gap between the two youngest. We wanted another boy. Nope, got another girl. Done deal. No more. I used to put her in the back. I had a really nice mountain bike. Still got it. It's out there. And I had one of those trailers. You know, those trailers look like got the roofs on them and stuff like that. And I'd throw the towels and the picnic stuff in the back, and I'd take her on down to the public pool. Take her down with the bike. We had fun. Good stuff. Or walking around the house, kid on each shoulder, walking around. Duck. You know me. I was 6'4". I can damn near hit all the door casings anyways. And duck. We're going through. Oh, well, I can't do that now. My son's probably 300 pounds. He ain't getting on my shoulder. Fuck that. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Judy says that's good stuff. Yeah, memories. Memories, doing the good stuff. And it's funny, the kids, a lot of kids, they don't remember the good shit. So, he did this, and use it to take me out back. I said, yeah, did it work? Yeah. There you go. Done deal. Then the kids have kids of their own, and they're like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I had a saying, and I brought this up before. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I'm always right. You're the kid. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I'm always right. Why? I'm paying the bills. I'm protecting you. I'm doing all the shit around the house. They didn't get it till they had kids of their own. They're like, ooh, oh, I get it. Yeah, like you had a bad day at work and you come home and your kid's being a twit. It don't matter if you're right or wrong. This is your house. They're your kid. They need to shut the fuck up. You're in a cantankerous mood. You're right. Leave it alone. Try to be fair, but look, you're going to err on the side you're the adult. Now, if you're wrong and you want to apologize for your kids, by all means do so. I'm not a big believer in the people who go, you always apologize. No. You don't always have to apologize. You apologize when you think you need to. And it's on your terms. It's on your terms. It's not on their terms. It's on your terms. You're the adult. They yield to you. Yeah, John's old school. I'm not as rough as my dad was, though. Not as rough as he was. But yeah. That's funny, sitting down as adults and talking about stuff. Laurel says, I called my dad on a few occasions to apologize, usually right after one of my kids did something I did when I was a kid. He would just laugh at me. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah. I like watching the kids get it. You'll get it. You'll understand. You'll understand. It's like I didn't feel the need to explain everything. It was like, you'll get it. Peggy says, I have to go now. Good night, all. Thank you, John, and happy Labor Day to everyone. Happy Communist Day to everybody. I hope you all have a good day. This will be the first time in a long time that the missus got to take Labor Day off. So we'll see. We'll see if we're going to do anything. I got a delivery coming. I got my grabber thingy. But thanks for showing up and joining the show, Peg. No coffee. Oh, shit, it's after 10. No wonder you had to leave. Gus and Laurel say goodnight, Peggy. And always do things out of love. Yeah, do things out of love. And it doesn't mean it's always going to feel good. Man, I hated it. Here's another thing, and we talked about this before. I hated seeing my kids hurt. And more so, hated seeing them hurt over stupid shit that they didn't need to get hurt over. It's like, because I don't want them hurt. I'd rather get hurt. It pissed me off. You did what? Oh, and I can't take the pain. And I never said, it bothered me. I couldn't take their pain. You're going to have to deal with this. I'll patch you up. I'll make sure you're fine. But I can't take your pain. And a good parent will always want to take the pain. We can't. It's impossible. And the kids need the pain a lot of times. Helps them learn. But yeah, boy, that'd fire me up. It's like, oh, see me pissed off. And they did what? They don't need to be in pain right now. So don't do that. But, yeah, that dirty black bag, that's a shitty show. Oh, that's from earlier in the show. If you don't get the reference, you have to watch from the start. You have to do it. So was there anything else? I think Wayne fell asleep. The numbers are still there. He might be lurking. there anything else that we wanted to say before we closed up shop and get ready for Wednesday? Wednesday. Anybody have any other questions? Wayne says he's still there. Yeah. You're there, Wayne. I know we got more people than that because the numbers have been good. Got a bunch of lurkers. Donna, are you still there? You in the weeds? She hasn't said hey. What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow there, Gus? Laurel says, I hope you have no problems getting your ring. I don't think, as long as I can see it, I'm going to bring the big spotlight. I'm going to shine it down there. And if I can see it, I'll be like Gollum. I'll just reach down there with my thingy-bobber and I'll pick up that precious. I should be fine. I think it's got 2.5, 3 feet of water, maybe. And we got, I don't know, 2-3 feet above that. Wayne says, I sent you a video about the Arlington thing. A response to camel toe from the families of the 13 killed. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Slide it in. I've seen some of the responses before. It's like I told people, you should be worried why Biden wasn't there. That should, because they didn't want him there. And why are they there? Because the Biden administration helped put him in the ground. So shut the fuck up. Gus says, no clue. Heading back to camp. You're heading back to camp? Damn, you just got home. You going to bring your bed with you? Heading back to camp. He got himself a nice rig up there. Watch the folks travel up the White Mountain. That's racist. Well, they got the Black Mountains too. So we got them both. We got the White Mountain and the Black Mountains. Speaking of that, the Black Hills. You know why they're called Black Hills? It says, no, getting a new mattress next year. Yeah, the Black Hills are called the Black Hills because when you're out in the prairies and you're looking out, they got trees on them, and the trees look black. They're not. They're green, but they look black. So it look like Black Hills when you're out in the prairies. Wayne says, once you spent so long in the Army, camping doesn't have the same draw you did before. I wasn't in as long as you, Wayne, but I've always been an outdoorsman. So I don't mind camping. Laurel says, I loved the Black Hills. Yeah. As a second place, there's a there's a place in Wyoming, and they haven't been able to sell it. And it's nice. It's an Amish built. They call it Amish built. No, it ain't. But yeah, nice log home in Wyoming, on the Wyoming side of the Black Hills. But, it's like, yeah. Wayne says, me too, but deployments and field problems killed it. Yeah. Well, the good thing about it with me is I can choose. That's the difference. I can choose. Plus, I got the missus. she likes electricity and running water, so she doesn't mind a tent. But you better have a mattress and a fan and a heater. So camping it's not quite the same thing. But and Gus has a nice trailer. Gus says, I'll never sleep in a tent or sleep on the ground ever again. Yeah, he got a mobile home up there. He got one of those. How many slide outs you got? I know you got to at least have one. How many slide outs you got there, Gus? He got himself a new rig. He turned in his old one, got himself a new rig. Was it last year? It was last year. Just one. He got one slide out. See, I knew he had a slide out. Laurel says, I consider it roughing it if the hotel doesn't have a pool. Yeah, the missus isn't that bad. But yeah, we had a minivan. We pack all the kids and all the gear. It was, you could not see out any windows. So you had shit on the top, had shit in the back, floor to ceiling, and the kids all packed in the minivan. So you had your adult tent, your kids tent, your Coleman stove, your cookware, your toaster, your coffee pot, your fan, your portable space heater, blow up mattresses. And we pull in, it's like, okay, tell the kids, you go on, you go do your thing. And I'd unpack everything, and then, okay, I'd just set everything in the kitchen area, which would be, where the picnic table is, and then we all had another table, and let the missus set up everything, and then I put up the tents, and I got everything in there, and, oh, excuse me. But Wayne says, I own a World War II canvas command tent that I use for my living history events, as well as a wooden World War II cot to sleep on. Yeah, I grew up with that canvas shit. And then in the military with that canvas shit. And, no, we had lightweight. Lightweight. Not as good as the new stuff is amazing. Man, super easy to set up. Just, we don't have, we're a couple generations back, but it wasn't canvas shit. But yeah, and we bring our water hoses to hook up to we always made sure power doesn't need to have sewer, but it needs to have power and water. So we run the hose over, and then we run our extension cords. That's roughing it for the missus. She's like, okay. So we get up in the morning, she starts the coffee pot, and I build a fire in the pit. Yeah, good times. Not really roughing it. It's not. The kids had a good time. But yeah, Wayne, no, I got no use for that canvas shit anymore. I cleaned out my father's place. I had a bunch of that stuff. Pre-World War II stuff. This is colonial era type fixings. And it was just all musty and rotted smell. It's like, throw that shit out. No. Says, I also use a World War II U.S. Navy officer's bedroll. You didn't got a pussy pad? They call them pussy pads. Now, we talked about whoobies. See, we called them, they weren't called whoobies for me. They were poncho liners. Somewhere along the line, they switched to whoobie. They were a poncho liner. And then the pussy pads. What are the pussy pads called? What's the real name for the pussy pads? Says, I think it's funny when people send me meme of a photo of a World War II canvas tent. And it says, they say you can't smell a photo. Yes, you can. We go up for the view. It's $1 million. Yeah. No, I get it, Gus. What they call the bed rolls? I use them for PT as well. But those, I don't know, what is the official name? Whoopie was a very late 90s, early. Yeah. See, I'd already been out. So it's like, yeah, we never called them whoopie. It's a poncho liner. Sleeping pad. Yeah, there we go. Sleeping pad. They used them for PT and stuff like that. We called them pussy pads. Did they call them pussy pads when you were in? They were good to have. Yes. Says, yeah, they did. Good. Okay, some of the things were there. Some of the things were carryover. Yeah, I think Wayne served about twice as long as I did. I still remember the blow-up dolls. Blow-up dolls? He ain't talking about Mickey Mouse boots. Blow-up dolls. I don't remember the term. I don't think they even issue Mickey Mouse boots anymore, though. Inflatable sleeping mattress. I never had one of those. I ain't never had one of those. No. We just had the sleeping pads. That was it. Oh, and the poncho liners. Boy, those are indispensable. Even when they switched over to remember when they switched over to Gore-Tex? And you didn't get the ponchos anymore and you had Gore-Tex? That was the big shit. When the hell was that? That was 89, 90, early 90s, something like that. They just brought in Gore-Tex, and we still got issued poncho liners. Wayne says, I think they still issued the Mickey Mouse boots in Arctic and mountain areas. Oh, do they? See, they used to be just about anywhere that got cold. I remember we got issued in Oklahoma. We got issued in definitely Germany. We had them in Germany. Late 80s, early 90s for the Gore-Tex. Yeah, I knew I knew it had to be sometime around then. And then it would depend upon what unit you were in, because they were rolling in the same way as the new uniforms and the camo patterns. It was piecemeal. Some units would have it. I never had the new camo. I had MMBs at Fort Carson. MMBs. You're going to have to help me out here. Mickey Mouse boots. Here we go. Mickey Mouse boots at Fort Carson. Yeah, I'd imagine. Yep. Yeah, I got it after my brain kicked in. Yeah. And for those who don't know what Mickey Mouse, you know what Mickey Mouse boots look like, what his shoes look like. Well, Mickey Mouse boots look exactly like that. Well, pretty much. And they have an air valve in it, and you can blow them up with air. They're for extreme cold. Now, here's another question. Did you ever wear them? I only wore them just to stick my foot in it. I never wore them. Because even when it was winter shit, we had to wear our boots, our regular boots. We didn't get to wear them. So it was weird. We got issued them, but we didn't get to wear them. They issued the CFP 90 Gore-Tex jackets when I was in Korea. It was the only place I was ever issued it. Yeah, I love my Gore-Tex jacket. That was awesome. Loved it. Another carryover from the civilian market. See, people always think we get from the civilians and they're trying to copy the military. No, there's so much shit in the military. It comes from the civilian market. It says, no, never worn them except in winter survival training in Minnesota when we were skiing. Yeah, I'd wager that probably very few people actually wore them damn things, unless they were maybe in a training situation or they were just sitting in their barracks and they said, "I'm gonna put this shit on my feet." But yeah, they're black and rubber, and you can inflate them with air. Let's see if we can. Well, maybe I can find one. U.S. Army Mickey Mouse boots. There we go. Watch this, folks. There they go. See? They look like Mickey Mouse boots. Extreme cold weather Mickey Mouse boots. See, they got the little air hose thingy on the side. Because the boots had a tab on the back that would slot in the ski. Yeah. Yeah, Mickey Mouse boots. See if we can get another picture of these damn things. Images, Mickey Mouse boots. Here we go. See, there's the slot. Let's see if we can... There you go, see? There's the little tab on the back he was talking about. There's right there. She's super cute. Those were moon boots, and they were not light. But see, now you can see how you could... Mickey Mouse boots. They look like Mickey Mouse boots. Wayne says you wore wool socks and nothing else when you wore these. Yeah, you had to. You don't want to wear cotton or anything like that. Wool keeps you warm even when wet. And your feet are going to get wet. Keep double laced to hold firmly. Mickey Mouse boots. Yeah. They was something else. I'm trying to think. Now, when I was in, when they had this reminds me of other things. The NBC boots, I think they changed them out. But when I was in, they were a diamond with laces on all four corners. And a floppy section. You put your foot in it and then tied it around. You flip it and you tie it up. Fucking disgusting little things. NBC boots. Let's see if we can. Yeah, see these that are coming up they look like yeah, totally different. Totally different than when I was in. They did. They ended up using rubber rain boots. Right. Yeah, that's what's pulling up is rubber rain boots. But I got a picture here. There we go. Ah, damn it, it's not big enough. You can see the old ones. Because it was like a diamond. The tread was like a diamond thicker rubber with a softer rubber top. Yeah, all of these are coming up. Here we go. Okay, open image. Yeah, here we go. Internet on. This is what they had when I was in. And this is all pulled up, but it's almost shaped like a diamond, and it's got these laces. And you pull the toe in, you pull the back up, and you tie it up all in the front. So one size would fit anybody's. That's what we had for nuclear, biological, and chemical. As I kept saying, when COVID hit and they're talking about, what could save you and what you need to, it's like anybody who's been through military NBC training knows that was all a bunch of horse-swoggle. You know about cross-contamination. You know about what's going to get through what. You know filter lengths and what's needed to stop particulates. And it was all a bunch of hornswoggle. Those look heavy? No, they're actually pretty light. They're just awkward. They're awkward. They don't weigh much. Because that bottom rubber, and it's got circular treads on it. That bottom part that you're seeing. Let's see here. Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, they're right. He said they're pretty thin except for the sole. The sole it's not even a quarter of an inch though. I'd say it's shy of a quarter of an inch thick, and the sides are really, really thin, so it's really light. They're just a pain in the ass. I tell you what, sliding on rubber boots a hell of a lot faster. God, I hated NBC training. And then they want to put you in that shit in the fucking desert. It's like, are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, people are going to be dying of damn dehydration. Swamp ass. NBC gear. Yep. Mop 4 in the desert sucked. Yes. I concur. I fucking concur. Mission-oriented protective posture. I believe. I think that's it, right? Mission-oriented protective posture. Level 4. Mop 4 anywhere. So it did. It did. Well, deep in winter, I didn't mind it. He said, yeah, that's it. Like I said, it's been a couple years. It's been a couple years. But, yeah. No, I didn't mind it in the wintertime. Didn't mind it in the wintertime. Now, they keep the charcoal-filled suits, or they change that out. Boy, them fuckers, when they got wet. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And I know they've changed the gas mask at least twice since I was in. We had the old school. You had the two things, and I think they're using a single canister now or some shit. I don't know. So they changed the design, but still had to have the charcoal impregnating lining. Yeah. Well, you remember the old school stuff. I tell folks too, yeah, when I went through basic, we had steel pots and the helmet liners. And I don't know what they do for glasses now. I opted out. I didn't bother with it. I needed glasses. I wore glasses in the service. I did not put fucking glasses in my gas mask. They had these glasses inserts that come in, and they were notorious for coming out when you're trying to put the shit out, and then you get poked in the eye. Fuck that. No, thank you. So I wore the M17A1, the M24, and the M40. Yeah, I was the 17A1 during my service. Yep. Was not fond. Was not fond of any of that shit. Oh my God. And I tell you, talk about being anal. You can kill yourself so easily by not following, if you're in a chemical environment, by not following strict orders and protocols when suiting up and when changing things out. The M24 and 25 aircraft and armored vehicle masks still use the M10 filters. The canisters, right? Aren't they the screw-in? The other ones were a pain in the ass to change out. They had two of them on each side. And they kind of triangular, flat, slightly curved filters, if I remember right. Again, it's been a couple years. No, the cylinders filters with the hose. Oh, okay. Now, what's the one that they have the cylinder directly onto the mask? What's that? Oh, that was the M17 filters. Okay. Like I said, they didn't have that. They weren't using that. Oh, M40. Okay. Oh, that's the latest one, right? Forgive my ignorance. But I like to learn. I like to learn. Yep. Said the M40 had the one filter that screw on. Okay, that's the one that I got in my head. Didn't have it. Like I said, I got the old ones. Fucking God, I hated them things. Everything was a pain in the ass to change out on them. Pain in the ass to clean, and ugh. Again, heaven help you if you had spectacles on the inside, because those fuckers would come out and poke you in the eye. Seen that too many times. I'm like, no, thank you. I still qualified on the range without spectacles. Hey, if I can see a blurry thing, let's go. Which design actually goes back to the M5 and M9 mask, World War II. Yeah, it's a bit bulkier in the front, because you got that sticking out. Where the other one, it comes out like this. It comes out like this, but it's fairly sleek. But still, the other ones, it's like, don't fuck with the design. It seems to me that changing out canisters would be a hell of a lot easier. I don't know. I ain't running shit. The Cowboy ain't running shit. Yep. Well, holy shit, we're over 40 minutes. We're over 40 minutes in the long run. So I thank folks for staying with us. Wayne and I got talking. We got yanking about things. The glory days. Like I said, he served twice as long as I did. So he saw a bunch of the good shit. Good thing about the M40, it was reversible. You could install the filter on either side left. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. Gus says, when I did hazmat in the fire service, we first used stuff from the military. Holy crap, it sucked. Yeah. Military grade. It's like, everybody telling, this is military grade stuff. You shut the fuck up. I'd rather get the civilian grade shit. Thank you very much. Like I said, we a lot of crossover good stuff going in from the civilian world into the military. Laurel says it's been interesting. I learned a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Wayne experienced some stuff I didn't. I have a hard time talking with son about gear and equipment. Like, I was there when Singars came out and stuff like that, and they don't even use that. They use other shit now. I don't know what the fuck it's the equipment. He didn't use the same vehicles I used. And he's 2 to 3 generations of equipment up. Like, holy crap. We were just getting in Humvees for crying out loud. Right, Wayne says military grade, made by the lowest bidder to the lowest standards. Right. Hey, is it going to disintegrate in your hands? No. Okay, good enough. Can an idiot use it? Okay, good enough. So I always get, like, the AR style rifles made by the Wayne says, I remember when the first Singars came out. Yeah. Was there. Was there. Yeah. High speed, low drag. That was shit. And DMDs, digital message devices. Holy shit. We were, text. Coded text is what it was. Big ass fucking big. But that was high speed, low drag. But yeah, civilian rifles, so much better. Oh, better bolt carrier groups. Just better receivers. It's just better triggers. Jesus. No, I don't want a mil-spec rifle. I want a civilian spec rifle. Gus says, and we upgraded. Wow, can't even explain the difference. Yeah. Yeah, PRC 77, VRC 47. Yeah, you're talking my language now there, Wayne. KY 57 version of the secure speech. Yeah. Yeah, remember having to get your code strips in the morning? Go to command and get your code strips and run it through you run it through and you get it, and then you got this little device, and you go and you hook it up to all the radios in your platoon, and you give them all the codes for the day. Oh yeah. It's good stuff. I ran a commo shop from 89 to 91. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. KYK 13 and the KOI 15. Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Good times. I get a kick out of it watching movies, and they're on the radio and they're trying to talk, and they're like, I can't get anybody. Bitch, your matching unit doesn't have an antenna on it. And Wayne gets a matching unit. It's the base of where the antenna screws into, and it's got it's a matching unit. It's KY13, KYK13 was little handheld, and the coil was the tape reader. Well, see, there you go. I wasn't commo. I just grabbed the shit, and it's been a couple years. Right, the matching unit. It's like, so many times, it's like, yeah, I can't get anybody. They're on the radio. Yeah, you got no antenna on your matching unit. Put a fucking antenna on it. Gets me every time. Gets me every time. No shit, you can't hear anybody. You can't hear everybody. Oh, goodness. I always love it in the movies, and you're hearing everybody get shot. What, the guy's keying up the whole time? And the older the radio, the harder it is to keep the damn thing keyed up. he ain't keying up for 5 minutes while they're attacking you. You can't hear the whole battle on the radio. Stop it. It doesn't work like that. Oh, whatever. Movies. Works good for you. Yeah, and the DMD. You know, if you hear like a dial-up tone for old internet dial-up connection, yeah, that's what the DMD sounded like. Big old box. Looks like a fucking bigger than an old school lunch box you send your kids in school with, but green. Screen and buttons on the front of it. It's like, oh, good times. Good. That was high speed, low drag. High speed, low drag. That was modern equipment right there. Hell, and then they brought in GPS. Holy shit. TA1 and TA312 yes. Yeah, and the DR8 reels. Just run that shit out. Yeah. Yeah. Gus says, I'm out. Have a wonderful start of the week. Good night, everyone. Hey, thanks for joining the show, Gus. I'll be yakking at you. Wayne and I going down memory lane. Memory lane. Yeah. The first GPS were the Sluggers, and they came out with the very better GL. Yeah, and my units didn't get them. Yes. Again, those were more things. They were phased in. All of this shit was phased in. And when they, the same way with, we went from the 1911s to the M9s, phased in. Some units got them before others. Camo, phased in. Jeeps to Hummers, phased in. Humvees. Hummers is the civilian. Humvees. Yeah, everything phased in. That's the way it works. Yeah, he says, I still remember getting my first M16 A2s. Yes. Oh, yes. They go from a pencil barrel A1 to a thick-barreled A2 with the instead of the triangle foregrip, you had the round ones. Yeah. Yeah. Good times. Go from full auto to 3-round burst. Yeah. Laurel says, night all, have a good day tomorrow. You too, Laurel. Thank you for joining the show. Y'all get some rest. I need to close this down. Wayne and I have yacked too long. Then ended up carrying the M4 carbine. Yeah, I never got an M4. I never got an M4. I stuck it in M16 A2. But, hey, Wayne, thanks for a trip down memory lane. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Like I said, you never know what we're going to talk about on the Whiskey Cowboy Live. But, yeah, see you Wednesday. Hope everybody has a good day tomorrow. Like I said, this is the first day in years where the missus got to take the day off. He said he carried an M203 grenade launcher nearly my entire career. Yeah. Judy says, good night, Lori. Laurel. Thanks for joining the show, Judy. Wayne, you need to stop. You keep bringing up stuff. You're going to keep me yakking. I need to shut this show down. See y'all online. I'll be up bright and early tomorrow morning, putting out more content. So good night, everyone. Have a good day tomorrow. You too, Wayne. You too. Hopefully everybody will have a great day. Judy says good night, y'all. Enjoy the week. Yes, indeedy. Again, thank you for joining the show. Folks who would like to help donate, there's links in the description. It helps pay the bills. I'll leave it at that. I'll see you online. God bless, and take care.